Good morning. Welcome back to yet another section of informatics. In our last class, we just started content repositories. I think all of you remembered well what it is content repositories. Content repositories, it is an online content repository. It is a web-based service that allows users to upload and share different types of documents, different types of content. It may be documents, it may be digital images, photographs, video files, documents, etc. Okay. Then we also went through portals and gateways. I think all of you remembered all the portals and gateways. IIEP, UNESCO Wiki of OER repositories, MERLOT, OER Commons, Open Courseware Directory, Open Courseware Finder, Resource Discovery Network. We also discussed all these points, all these portals and gateways in detail in our last class. Okay, then we are going to start the next subtopic based on content repositories, that it is institutional repositories. Okay, there are many institutional repositories. Here the first one is Blue Webbing homepage. So Blue Webbing is an online library of more than 2000 outstanding internet sites categorized by subject, grade level and format. Example: tools, references, lessons, holists, resources, tutorials, activities, projects. We will get all these details through this Blue Webbing homepage. Sites are categorized by subject based on the California state frameworks. Then Dewey Decimal Numbers, grade level, and finally by format. The content categories available are arts, business, education, English, foreign languages, health, history and social studies, maths, science, technology, among others. So we will get the details of these subjects. All material on the Knowledge Network and Explorer website is owned by AT&T Knowledge Venture as a subsidiary of AT&T. Website users are authorized to view, download, print, create an HTML pointer to and or distribute website documents subject to conditions laid down by the owner. So I think all of you understood what it is Blue Webbing homepage. Through this we will get, it is an online library. Through this we will get 2000 outstanding internet sites. We will get the details of tools, references, lessons, holists, resources, tutorials, activities and projects. Then I told you the subjects are available through this online library are arts, business, education, English, foreign languages, health, history, social studies, maths, science, technology. These are the important points you should keep in your mind relating Blue Webbing homepage. Okay, then we can move to the next institutional repositories, that is Iconix Learning Objects Repository. What it is Iconix Learning Objects Repository? This project aimed to investigate the key issues surrounding the identification, description, location, use and integration of interactive content through technical development. So through this we will get the details of identification, description, location, use and integration of interactive content. Then it is a JISC funded project and it is developed by North Lincolnshire College and University of Hull, provides access to approximately 80 online course materials. So this Iconix Learning Objects repository, it is under the support of JISC funded project. JISC, its full form is Joint Information Systems Committee. Joint Information System Committee. Then in these institutional repositories, we will get approximately 80 online course materials. Okay, then we can move to the next institutional repositories, IDE@s. Okay, actually it is an initiative by the University of Wisconsin to identify, evaluate, catalog and align to the Wisconsin education standards resources that are already on the internet, such as lesson plans and reference materials. So simply say we will get the lesson plans and reference materials through these repositories. Then pre-kindergarten to higher education and adult education are available through these repositories. There are more than 100 video documents under Videoid@s, which provides access to Wisconsin Public Television and Wisconsin Educational Communications Board programs as streaming video. So I repeat, IDE@s. Through this we will get the chances to identify, evaluate, catalog and align to the Wisconsin education standard resources. Okay, then we will get the materials relating pre-kindergarten to higher education and adult education. Then here it is available more than 100 video documents. Okay, so these are the main points relating Iconix Learning Objects repository. Then we are moving to the next section, that it is that institutional repositories, that is JORUM. It is also funded by JISC. I think you already remembered it well. The second one, Iconix Learning Object Repositories. It is also under the JISC funded project. Okay, so like that, JORUM, it is also funded by JISC. Its full form, Joint Information Systems Committee. Okay, so JORUM is a collaborative venture in UK higher and further education to collect and share learning and teaching materials, allowing their reuse and repurposing, and standing as a national statement of the importance of creating interoperable, sustainable materials. So through this JORUM, we can collect and share learning and teaching materials, and we can also reuse, repurposing and standing as a national statement of the importance of creating interoperable. Interoperable means able to exchange and make use of these things. Okay, then users can access the learning and teaching materials to enhance their students' learning experience. So it will be very helpful for you to enhance the learning experience. Materials range from single assets to more comprehensive learning objects. So we will get the symbol to single assets like documents, images and diagrams, and we will get also the comprehensive learning objects like interactive units and content packages. All these are available in JORUM. JORUM for both higher and further education in the JORUM accepts learning and teaching resources across all subject areas for both higher and further education in the UK. So actually through this we will get the materials for both higher and further education in UK. Okay. Then amount of content in each subject area is dependent on the community and individual users. At the moment JORUM has more than 2000 resources. So I think all of you got the idea about JORUM. It is also under JISC, the full form of JISC, the Joint Information Systems Community. So you should study the full forms well. Okay. Then it is collaborative venture in UK higher and further education. Through this we will get the learning and teaching materials. We can reuse, repurpose it. Okay. Then and it will enhance the students' learning experiences. Then it also accepts learning and teaching resources across all subject areas for both higher and further education in UK. We will get more than 2000 resources from this institutional repository. Okay. So we can move to the next one, that it is MIT OpenCourseware. MIT OpenCourseware, it is a large scale web-based electronic publishing initiative funded jointly by William and Flora Hewlett Foundation. So underline that it is a large scale web-based electronic publishing foundation. It is jointly by William and Flora Hewlett Foundation. Okay. So the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, that it is MIT, and generous support of AB Initio Software Company. Its goals are, then we are speaking about MIT OpenCourseware's goals. First one is provide free searchable access to MIT's course materials for educators, students and self-learners around the world. That it is first aim. It is very important what are the aims of MIT OpenCourseware. First one is provide free searchable access to MIT's course materials for educators, students and self-learners around the world. Okay. Second aim, extend the reach and impact of MIT OCW and the OpenCourseware concept. Definitely, they want to get the maximum popularity all over the world. Then MIT has more than 1400 courses. Can you imagine? It has more than 1400 courses. OpenCourseware materials are licensed by the MIT. We already discussed about MIT. It is under the MIT. Then it offers course materials of all subjects done at the university. So through when we are registering through the university, we will get the materials of all subjects. It also provides access to video recorded classes. So they are giving the study materials, at the same time they also provide the video classes. So I think all of you got it clearly what it is MIT OpenCourseware. MIT, its full form, it is very important. Then what are the aims of MIT? These are the points you should go through it. Then we can move to the next institutional repositories, that it is Maricopa Learning Exchange. Maricopa Learning Exchange, we can call it as MLX. Okay. So MLX is an electronic warehouse of ideas, examples and resources that support student learning at the Maricopa community colleges. So through this MLX, we will get the details of ideas, examples and resources relating Maricopa Community College. Okay, the packages might include a particular lesson, technique, method, activity, assignment that you either developed or applied in teaching. So through these repositories, we will get the idea about a particular lesson, its techniques, method, activity and assignment. Then using that you can apply these ideas in your teaching. Okay, then additional materials might be a Word or PDF document, version of a handout, an image of engaged students or a link of a website created that describes the activity. In additional that, additional material also they are providing. It will be a Word or PDF document version of handout, otherwise image of engaged students, otherwise they will give a link to website. Okay, so at the moment there are more than 1500 packages in MLX. So I think all of you got the points relating what it is Maricopa Learning Exchange. Maricopa Learning Exchange, MLT. It is an electronic warehouse of ideas, examples and resources. It will support students learning at the Maricopa Community College. Through this we will get a particular chapters, technique, method, activity and assignment. In additional that they are also providing Word, PDF document, image of engaged students, link to a website. Here we can see that more than 1500 packages in these repositories. Okay, then we can move to the next repository, that it is Monterey Institute for Technology and Education National Repository of Online Courses. We can call it as NROC. Okay, a growing library of high quality online courses for students and faculty in higher education, high school and advanced placement. That it is the speciality of this NROC. It is very high quality online courses. It is mainly for students and faculty in higher education and high school and advanced placement. Okay, courses in the NROC library are contributed by developers from leading online learning program across the US. So we will get the courses through NROC library. Then these courses are accessed to ensure they meet high standards of scholarship, instructional value and presentational impact. Underline that point also, it is very important. I tell you high quality online courses. It is a high quality online courses. So definitely it ensures the high standards of scholarship, instructional value and presentational impact. There is no compromise in teaching. NROC works with the developers and contributes resources to improve course quality and to provide ongoing maintenance. So its main aim is to improve the quality in education level. Courses are designed to cover the breadth and depth of topics based on generally accepted US curricula and can also be customized within a course management system. So they have a system to manage their curricula. NROC partners with academic institutions, publishers, teaching organizations, US state and federal agencies, international distributors and others to create a global distribution network to provide courses to students, teachers and the general public at little or no cost. Then I repeat the same point. They are giving importance to high quality online courses. That is why they have a connection with all the branches in education level, academic institutions, publishers, teaching organizations, US state, federal agencies, international distributors, and they want to provide courses to students and also the teachers. Sometimes they are conducting these courses as free and also by the fees. It is supported by a grant from the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation. So these are the main points relating Monterey Institute for Technology and Education, National Repository of Online Courses. So the first point, you should keep it in your mind. It is a growing library of high quality online courses for students and faculties in higher education and high school and advanced placement. Okay. Then they have the connection with all the branches in education level. They want to provide the courses for teachers and also students. They want to develop the quality of online courses, and we can see that they are supported by the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation. Okay, then we can move to the next institutional repositories, that it is Open Learn. The Open Universities Open Learn website with free and open educational resources for learners and educators around the world. That is the speciality of this institutional repositories. It is completely free for the learners and educators around the world. All learning materials are freely available. In the lab space, one can share and reuse educational resources, which means you are allowed to modify and reuse. Underline that point. It is completely free for teachers, free for the learners and educators. At the same time, we can also modify and reuse the resources. Open Learn is supported by the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation. NROC also supported by the same. Okay, so William and Flora Hewlett Foundation was supported this Open Learn repositories. Arts and history, the business and management, education, health and lifestyle, IT and computing, mathematics and statistics, modern languages, science and nature, society, study skills and technology are the resources, are the subject. We will get the subjects through their repositories. The website currently has learning materials for over 5,400 learning hours. So we will get a lot of resources through these repositories. So Open Learn repository. It is freely and open educational resources for the learners and also the educators. So another speciality of this Open Learn, but it is we can modify and reuse the resources. Then we can see that there are a list of subjects: arts, history, business, management, mathematics, statistics, modern language, science, nature, society, study skills, etc. and technology. All these subjects are available in these repositories, and even materials are also available here to spend over 5,400 learning hours. Then we can move to the next topic, that it is SchoolNet. Then SchoolNet in English and French. SchoolNet is a partnership with the provincial and territorial governments, the education community and the private sector in Canada, which promotes the effective use of information and communications technologies, that it is ICT, in learning. It offers access to more than 7,000 learning resources. Okay, so based on SchoolNet, it is easy to remind there are more than 7,000 learning resources are available. Then it is a partnership with the provincial and territorial governments. Okay. Then we can move to the next repositories, that it is UNU. UNU, it is an open course where the United Nations University formally joined the open courseware consortium and is committed to the development of an website that showcases the training and educational programs implemented by the university in a wide range of areas relevant to the work of the United Nations. That it is the details about UNU. It is a United Nations University. Okay. Through this course, we will get the details of training and educational programs. Okay. And then we can move to the next institutional repositories, that it is World Lecture Hall. World Lecture Hall, it is a project of the Center for Instructional Technologies at the University of Texas at Austin. This project publishes links to pages created by faculty worldwide who are using the web to deliver course materials in any language. We will get the materials in any language, that is the speciality. Then some courses can be accessed full text. Materials include syllabi, course notes, assignments, and audio and video streaming. So, we will get the details of courses can be full text, or materials include the syllabi, syllabi, then the course notes, assignments, and also audio and video streaming. Then WLH contains links to course materials for university level courses. So, these are the important points relating World Lecture Hall. So, World Lecture Hall, it is a project of the Center for Instructional Technologies at the University of Texas at Austin. Okay. Then through this we can deliver the course materials in any language. We can deliver the course materials in any language. That is the speciality of World Lecture Hall. Then materials include syllabi, course notes, assignments, and audio video streaming also available in this WLH. Okay, these are the main points relating WLH. So I think all of you got the clear idea about what are the institutional repositories. So once again we can go through it. Blue Webbing homepage, Iconix Learning Objects Repository, JORUM, MIT Open Courseware, Maricopa Learning Exchange, Monterey Institute for Technology and Education, National Repository of Online Courses, OpenLearn, SchoolNet, UNU Open Courseware, World Lecture Hall. These are the institutional repositories. Okay. Then we can move to the next topic, that it is general repositories. Here we are speaking about 3 general repositories: LabSpace, Textbook Revolution, and Wisconsin Online Resource Center. So we can move to the first one. First one is LabSpace. The LabSpace is the experimental zone of OpenLearn institutional repository of the Open University from UK. Actually we knew it, we are doing so many experiments in lab. That is why it is known as LabSpace, I think. So the LabSpace is the experimental zone of OpenLearn institutional repository of the Open University from UK. Then it is the place for sharing and reusing educational resources. Underline that point. Then download some learning materials, adapt to your needs translate, shorten, extend, add examples. All these are possible in lab space. The resources are from several subjects. Which are the subjects? Arts, history, business and management, education, health and lifestyle, IT and computing, mathematics, statistics, modern languages, science and nature, society, study skills and technology. So we will get the resources based on all these subjects through lab space. Is it clear? Okay, I repeat the points relating lab space. It is the experimental zone of Open Learn Institution repository of the Open University from UK. Then through this we will get the chances to sharing and reusing educational resources. Then we also discussed what are the subjects we will get through lab space. Then we are moving to the next general repositories, that it is textbook revolution. Textbook revolution. Okay, textbooks and select educational resources of all kinds. Some of the books are PDF files, others are viewable only online as e-books. So through this we will get the collection of textbooks and select educational resources. It may be in the form of books, PDF files or e-books. Okay, most books are aimed at undergraduates. But here in these collections, majority books are for undergraduates. But there are at least a few resources at every level from kindergarten to postdoc. But we will get the collection relating kindergarten to postdoc also here. It is comparatively less than the undergraduates. Okay, all of the books are offered for free by their prospective copyright holders for online viewing. And definitely all these books are offered for free by their respective copyright holders for online viewing. The categories of the textbooks are biology, business and management, chemistry, computers, tech, earth sciences, economics, engineering, health sciences and medical, history, maths and physics. All these subjects are available in Textbook Revolution. We will get the textbook and select educational resources through this repository. We will get it as PDF files, e-books or books. Okay, and we can see that we will especially this textbook revolution aimed at undergraduates, but at the same time we will get the resources from kindergarten to postdoc. Okay, then we also talked about the subject which is available in Textbook Revolution. Okay, then we are moving to the next one, the last one in this section, general repositories, that it is Wisconsin Online Resources. The Wisconsin Online Resources Center is a digital library of web-based learning resources. It has been developed primarily by faculty from the Wisconsin Technical College system and produced by multimedia technicians who create the learning objects for the online environment. So, it is a web-based learning resource. It has been developed primarily by who? The faculty from the Wisconsin Technological College, then produced by multimedia technicians who create the learning objects for the online environment. Actually, the first step happened in Wisconsin Technical College. Then the latest step happened in the online resource center, and it enhanced the online, it already made the online environment. Then you have to register to use the site, but this is free and you can deep link to objects within the site. It is completely free, so we can use it well. Okay, so I think all of you understood the details about Wisconsin Online Resource Center. So here we discussed the subtitle General Repositories. In General Repositories we met 3 repositories. First one is Lab Space, second one is Textbook Revolution, and the third one is Wisconsin Online Resource. Okay, then we are moving to the next heading, social sciences. Based on the social sciences, what are the repositories we can see? That one is Institute Social Sciences Gateway. Only one adds here, Institute Social Sciences Gateway. What it is, Institute Social Sciences Gateway? It is a free online service providing access to the very best web resources for education and research, evaluated and selected by a network of subjects specialized in the social science fields. The first point, it is completely free. It is a free online service, and it is the very best web resources for education and also research. It is evaluated and selected by network of subject specialized in social science field, because it is based on social science. So each subject area within Institute has its own collection development policy. So based on the policy it is working. Then only covers information of relevance to social science, HE and FE students. What it is HE? HE means higher education. Okay, higher education. Then FE means further education. HE higher education, FE means further education. Okay, so so this information of relevance to social science, HE and FE students, academics, researchers and practitioners. These are the main points relating social science. Okay, then we can move to the next subject, that it is humanities. In humanities, we can see that there are three repositories. First one is Digital Scriptorium, Humble Humanities Hub. Then last one is Institute Arts and Humanities. These are the three repositories we can see under the title Humanities. Okay, so we can discuss the first one, Digital Scriptorium. Digital Scriptorium is an image database of medieval and Renaissance manuscripts intended to unite scattered resources from many institutions into an international tool for teaching and scholarly research. It is mainly for teaching and scholarly research, and we will get the medieval and Renaissance manuscripts image database based on medieval and Renaissance period. Okay, then we can see that it contains 15,000 images and 3,510 manuscripts and documents underlined. So I think it is easy to remind. First one is Digital Scriptorium. It is image database of medieval and Renaissance manuscripts. Then it will be helpful for our teaching and scholarly research. In these repositories we will get 15,000 images and 3,510 manuscripts and documents. Okay, then we are going to the next second humanities repositories, that it is Humble Humanities Hub. It is a service of the Resource Discovery Network funded by the Joint Information Systems, JIT, underline. It is funded by Joint Information Systems Committee and the Arts and Humanities Research Council. Okay, and it is hosted by the University of Oxford, underline. Then it is dedicated to discovering, evaluating and cataloging online resources in humanities for higher and further education. Through this we can evaluating, discovering and cataloging the online resources from higher to further education. It includes the educational materials and links to institutions, academic research projects and companies offering educational software. All these are available in Hub. Okay, then materials are submitted by users and reviewed and catalogued by on-site staff. So actually their own staff can only submit and reviewed about the materials. Then Humble also maintains a virtual training suite of subject-based self-learning internet skills tutorials. So these are the main points relating Humble Humanities Hub. So it is a resource discovery network funded by Joint Information Systems, JIS. Then it is hosted by University of Oxford. Through this we can discovering, evaluating and cataloging online resources in the humanities for higher and further education. Okay, and we will get the educational materials, links to institution, academic research projects and companies offering educational software through these repositories. These are the main points relating Humble Humanities Hub. Then we are moving to the last one in this section, that it is Institute Arts and Humanities. It is a free online service providing access to the very best web resources for education and research. It is also focused for resources for education and research, evaluated and selected by a network of subject specialists in the arts and humanities fields. So definitely this repositories was organized by the specialists in the arts and humanities fields. Over 18,000 web resources listed here are freely available by keyword searching and browsing. It is completely free. Definitely we will get over 18,000 web resources through these repositories. What it is? Institute Arts and Humanities. It is a free online service. It is a very best web resources for education and research. We will get more than 18,000 web resources through this repository. So I think it is enough for today's class. So we discussed in this section we discussed institutional repositories. We already found a list of institutional repositories: Blue Webbing homepage, Iconix Learning Objects Repository, JORUM, MIT OpenCourseware, Maricopa Learning Exchange, Monterey Institute for Technology and Education National Repository of Online Courses, OpenLearn, SchoolNet, UNU OpenCourseware, World Lecture Hall. So all of you read it thoroughly. You please find out the you please give importance to the points relating each and every institutional repositories. After that we talked about general repositories. In that we found 3 general repositories: LabSpace, Textbook Revolution and Wisconsin Online Resource Center. After that we discussed about social sciences. In social sciences we already met only one repository, that it is Institute Social Sciences Gateway. Then we also discussed humanities. In humanities we talked about 3 repositories: Digital Scriptorium, Humble Humanities Hub, Institute Arts and Humanities. So all of you please go through the textbook thoroughly. So we will meet in the next class. Thank you.